Howdy there, and welcome to the Overgrown Manga Podcast. And today we have our special guest, Jake the Pug. Say hello, Jake the Pug.
Why, hello there, everyone.
Isn't it great that we have him on episode 3? And now we also have our other hosts, Inks Innes. So y'all say hello.
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 Awesome. And you got your host, and you got your other host for this video, and that's me, OneGreatMangaWar. And today we're gonna be talking about pet peeves. So without further ado, let's jump into it. We're gonna start with Jake since he's the guest. Go ahead, my man.
So, for me, the first one we'll be talking about, this is mainly Fire Force. I want to have it as an example, but it's misaligned spines. Like, they're supposed to have, like, the same kind of spine, and they're just up and down and up and down. Vagabond Singles also has this, like, they're so annoying. It's
Yeah.
just seeing, like, all the spines, and, like...
Do you mean like if you couldn't put a ruler on top of them and it wouldn't be flat? It would be like going up. I know what you mean. It's like, do you mean like they're different heights?
No, I just mean, like, the spines are printed differently, so... Like,
Oh.
you know, Fire Force has, like, the two red lines, right?
Yeah.
The two red lines will be on different heights on most volumes. And
Oh.
it
Yeah.
just goes like up and down, it just looks disgusting to me. And like that, Vagabond Singles also does it, but who's getting Vagabond Singles or the Vigs in my opinion? Just
Right.
why? And then I know Gantz has one that does it, but I just don't like it. Like, why can't you just print a solid line across? It's not that difficult, I don't think, is it?
No, I know. I hate it.
If I'm not mistaken, it's because like they chop off like the bottom of like the book
Yeah.
and like the top of it, so like
Yeah.
that makes it wavy.
But it's like they could just.
Make it okay.
They should just do it properly because I hate uneven spines that don't look the same when they're supposed to.
Yeah, it's,
you know-
it's so annoying.
See, if you can tell that they weren't supposed to look the same, it's fine. But see if you can tell that they were supposed to be the same, or the line was supposed to like match up or be at the same spot. It just really annoys me. Oh,
I got like a 20+ volume series like Fire Force, and it's all gonna have different heights. It just hurts my brain. It actually just destroys brain cells for me. Hurts.
yeah, it destroys the only brain cells I've got left.
I didn't even have brain cells to begin with, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You have like negative brain cells now.
Yeah, negative -5 brain
You
cells.
owe them.
Yeah.
I guess.
You just owe brain cells.
I mean, what can I do? I need to get my brain cells back, and that's not helping me.
Yeah. I might just
Okay.
sell Fairy Tail, the worst manga in the world. That huge mistake I made buying that box set for a few brain cells.
Wait, I thought you liked it.
No.
Okay.
It's the first 2 volumes. I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good at first, but it's just a disgrace. I absolutely hate it, and I would never go near it. Don't touch it with. Don't touch it with. I don't know if this is the same with a 10-foot pole.
Yep. I say 30 foot.
Yeah.
Just for
now-
safety reasons.
Just burn it to the ground. Make sure no fairy tale ever exists again.
And
I
no,
see the enemy for it, but I could never get past episode 5, so I just gave up on it.
If you can't get past episode 5, then don't read it.
it's just.
Honest here, just don't.
Just don't go near it. It's just disgusting. You'll catch a disease from it. I bet you that started millions of diseases. People just touched Fairy Tail and just like die.
I know. I mean, fairy tale probably started COVID.
Yeah.
I bet it kills babies.
Oh.
Hey, but
Whoa.
we're talking about it. At least you made Eden Zero. Eden Zero is actually pretty good. I like Eden Zero, but fairy tale.
He also made I'm trying to remember what the other one he made was called. Grave Master.
Is it Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rose.
Yeah, that one's like better than Fairy Tale.
I don't know
I
why
could-
they're-
For me, when I got into Fairy Tale, I like read the first volume, and I couldn't do it. Like, for me, I have a very big problem with like fan service that's just there to be fan service, and like it was littered throughout the first volume. I can't do this. Same thing with Fire Force for me. Like, the dude like groped a boob. Like I was like, what's
Whoa.
the point? Or like one of the
Yeah.
chapter pages
Okay.
was, like, in the shower, and I'm like, what does this have to do with the story?
Well, one.
We really made a character in Fire Force. Literally, the whole purpose of Tamaki is for fan service. Because like, they're like her ability, like Lucky Lesher or whatever.
Isn't she the nun?
No, she's the from like
I think she's
Company
the
like
cat,
2
right?
or something. Yeah, she's like the cat one. She's not an actual cat, but her like fire ability is a cat.
Okay.
But like,
Yeah.
they really made it like straight up only purpose is fan service, and how she won a fight was literally someone copied her like he had the ability to like mimic people's looks, and he mimicked her look, and the reason that she won the fight was her friend couldn't tell the difference between her and the copy, and then she tried walking over, and she fell, and all her clothes fell off, and then the friend attacked the other one.
Guys,
Like, how are you gonna have that much fan service? That's
so far we are 5 minutes into the recording, and literally anybody could be watching at this point. So maybe we should save the dodgy stuff for like half an hour in.
No. I'm going to my pet peeve now. I hate fan service. Fan service sucks.
Hey, some fan service is not bad when it actually is used correctly.
Right. Yeah.
But when it's not used correctly, it's trash.
When it's used wrong, I freaking hate it. But like, there's some of it I do like. I can understand, like, and I enjoy. This is coming from some dude who likes Nagatoro, so like.
Oh, I love Nagatoro.
Nagatoro's amazing. But like, I do enjoy some type of fan service, as long as it's there for a purpose and a reason. If it's there just for like horny teenage boys, get that crap out of here.
But if you had a bonus chapter for Nagatoro in the bath, like. That one is just straight fan service.
Wow, can I?
It builds on the relationship a little bit, which actually.
Guys, this has gone. This has taken a huge turn for like the dodgy.
Hey.
It's.
I'm speaking what's on my mind. I'm speaking what's on my mind.
I'm joking. I don't mind.
The truth.
Yeah.
And if it was up to me, all fan service would be destroyed, set on a fire ablaze made by fairy tale manga.
Wait, you said.
Genetic music is playing in the background as one speaks.
Wait,
yes.
You said that you use it. You're speaking what's on your mind, but I thought we didn't have a mind since we don't have brain cells.
No, like me. I don't have brain cells. You guys do.
Trust me, I lost my last few brain cells reading Fairy Tale. No, when
as the only fairy tale readers that have actually read any fairy tale.
When I unboxed it, I lost about 5 brain cells. When I read the first 2 volumes, like I lost about 100, none left. They just burnt.
How many brain cells did you lose? Like having to edit the video.
Oh, I hated that video. You know, that's the only video where I've ever had sleeves on, because in all my videos I take off my watch and I don't wear sleeves. I wear sleeveless t-shirts in all my videos because I don't know, I just don't like having like sleeves on because it gets in my way, and I don't like having a watch on because I don't know, it can just distract. So I never wear a watch or sleeves, but that's the one video where I was wearing sleeves, and I hate it. It annoys me so much.
And that is pet peeve, sleeves.
Yeah, when I have my sleeves in my videos, it just annoys me.
Steve, for me, my videos, sometimes I have my bracelets on, because, I don't know, I don't hate them, and I kind of wear them all the time, but then half the time I just take them off, and the most time I have hoodies, so like, you don't see them. Yeah. And then when I wear t-shirts, everyone just comments, "Nobody Jake? Nobody Jake?" It's just yeah, I didn't have a hoodie on this one. It's just like a staple now.
I always wear hoodies. I always wear hoodies when I'm not recording. I just take them off. See, I take them off just for recording because I don't like having anything on. Well, like anything restricting my stuff and getting in my way. No.
That's a suspect right there.
No, that's not.
A little risky right there.
Fan service?
No.
Yeah, but you say you want to delete all fan service. What's going to happen to us? Oh no!
Oh no!
Anyway,
no.
Enks, do you want to say one of your pet peeves?
Okay, so one of mine is like when a person just overhypes the manga for me, and so when I go read it, I usually do like a 3-chapter rule, just to be fair, and then it's like the manga's okay, but it wasn't worth the hype.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Can you give us an example?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I guess I could say, like, one of my, old middle school friends, used to overhype Vampire Knight for me, and I read it, and it was not the greatest thing ever. It was okay, but I'm like, I'm just gonna end it here.
I feel that heavily. Like, I went on Twitter, and for JJK, I like JJK. Don't get me wrong. I think it's good, but people on Twitter make it out to be like the next coming of Jesus Christ, and it definitely isn't. And I read the Shibuya arc, which is when people are like, "Oh my God, this is as good as York knew from Hunter x Hunter and stuff." I read it, and to me, it just felt like JJK tried to become like Chainsaw Man and just didn't do it right. So I didn't like it, and I think everyone's just overhyped it for me. So I very much agree that is very annoying when people just like make something out to be the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I do that with Black Clover, so I'm sorry for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Do that too.
Yeah. I remember asking you a while ago if I should buy Black Clover, and you just told me I should. So I got volume 1, and I'm just about to read that actually once I finish. One reading just now.
The first 3 volumes are like good, but they're nothing insane. But like as time goes on, it gets better. Like the thing about Black Clover that goes, like each arc gets better.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna say like, I know it's not for everyone, of course, but I'm not gonna overhype it right after someone said that's their pet peeve.
For me, I read the first volume of Black Clover, and like I loved it. I was like, this is like exactly what I want. Of course, it doesn't take too much for me to like a series. Like I love, like, I cannot tell y'all how much I freaking love like the whole dark fantasy wizards and
Yeah.
No, I
all
love
that
that
stuff.
too. I love it
Like,
too.
I snort that stuff and throw it in my jeans. I could, but yeah. Once I read it, I was like, this is great. But continuing what Inks was saying about people overhyping stuff, for me that was like My Hero Academia. Like I had one friend who would literally not shut up about My Hero Academia, which, you know, good for them that they like the series. But like I read the first volume and it wasn't for me.
I have one of those
I
friends.
respect their opinion.
They are obsessed with My Hero Academia. I also have a friend that's obsessed with Fairy Tail. Yeah, and they
How many brain cells do they have?
No.
Actually, I think they have quite a few. Actually, not gonna lie, but it's also the person I mentioned in the last episode who nearly found my channel, and I said it was like a fake channel. It wasn't actually real. So if they did find my channel, they just didn't tell me. They probably would have looked in other channels. So they might actually be seeing this if they are. Fairy Tail's rubbish. They're obsessed with Fairy Tail.
Well, I mean, if you can manipulate their brain that much, it's because he's a Fairy Tail fan. I'll admit it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I've got Fairy Tail box set 1, and I'm gonna sell it.
You should sell it to your friend.
No, because nah.
If he likes Fairy Tail, he'll buy 2 of them.
He'll probably want the Lego set for it. Sorry.
Is there a Lego set?
I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, right.
He's talking about Lego.
Oh yeah,
I love Legos too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
We need more manga Lego box sets. Come on, guys.
Do you know the?
Yo!
Do you know the Lego box, the Lego Hogwarts, like the big one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody smashed mine.
Oh. Dude,
I know.
Give me the Black Bulls HQ in Lego form. I don't care if it's 5K. I'm buying it.
No, but somebody smashed it, and I was just, I was silent, but I didn't say anything because I was like, I'm gonna have to take it all apart now and figure out which bag's which so I can rebuild the whole thing. It took me absolutely ages.
Whenever someone says like they had a huge Lego set get crushed, I don't know why, but the first thing that comes to mind was like the scene from Spider-Man: Homecoming with Ned with the Death Star, and it's just completely like built.
Yeah, he just did.
Dude, the funny thing is, I feel bad because they had like the crew build it, and they've had to build 7 of them because they had to do different takes.
Oh my.
I felt so bad when I heard about that. I'm like, oh my god. That sounds so annoying. Imagine your job is to build a Lego set just for it to get
just to watch it fall.
Break me.
But do you know you were talking about overhyped series? I've definitely got one. Dragon Ball. People told me so much good things about Dragon Ball, and I've read it up to volume 9. I don't know if it gets better after that, but I'm not reading it anymore because I can't be bothered with it because it was rubbish. I mean, it wasn't rubbish. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to that. Don't get angry at me. It was not as nearly as good as I thought. I definitely don't think it was rubbish. Don't get angry at me.
So,
it was rubbish.
Saying is,
sorry, I just vibed out for like half a second. What's rubbish?
Oh no, I wasn't saying my. I was. So, yeah, no, I mean, no, you didn't.
Dragon Ball is
Apologies
rubbish.
about Dragon Ball, but not Fairy Tail.
No, because nobody likes Fairy Tail. And no, and if somebody if you do like Fairy Tail, then just stop watching.
Sorry.
I'm joking. I'm joking. If you do like Fairy Tail, I'm very sorry. But people do like Dragon Ball, and I feel like people are gonna.
If you like Fairy Tail, I'm sorry, but I have a question. Were you abused as a kid? Give me a hug.
If you like Fairy Tail, I'm sorry for you. I feel sorry for you.
Honestly,
I'm joking.
if you like Fairy Tail, I'm pretty darn proud of you. I could not deal with it, so
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
No, but
I'm
I
proud that someone can get through that much pain.
I don't hate Dragon Ball.
I actually don't think I would be proud. I would just think that it would be a masochist because I like the pain of watching something so horrendous.
But so yeah, I just didn't like Dragon Ball very much because it was so overhyped. As Inks was saying, that's one of her pet peeves.
Oh yeah, it absolutely is overhyped. I think it's good, but I don't think it's like as good as what people say. Like,
It's not
like I
as
said earlier with JJK, it's not the next coming of Christ, which a lot of people consider it to be. And I think that one thing that really makes that like super overhyped is a lot of people in like the anime and manga community grew up watching Dragon Ball, so it's just a nostalgia factor that really gets to them.
yeah.
But if they watch it now, they kind of see how generic it really is in the landscape of things, even though it is the thing that inspired a lot of shonen manga now, but it just feels like it's too flooded now.
Yeah,
It just feels very generic, even though it's still pretty decent.
I know I don't like it. Anyway, will I move on to my pet peeve? Or one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, unless you were still if we weren't finished.
No, I'm finished. I don't have anything else to say about the
Okay.
stuff.
This is one of the ones that annoy me the most. So do you know when you get really thick ones like theme ones, or just a really thick volume, and when you've been reading it and then the spine curves in, I can't stand. I cannot. It's seriously. I only partially open my theme ones because see when the spine curves in, it's like a bridge.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just it's like oh.
This is one moment I love having baby hands, since I basically can't really open a 3-in-1 well, so I almost always go for singles, because I literally I have trouble with it. So my baby hands actually came in use at one point. But I do feel that heavily, because some series you kind of have to like, play the Immortal, and like now Shaman King I'm getting in the 3-in-1s, even though those are thick boys. There's like 4 C's in those things. But it's hard.
She's Shaman King.
Within that,
how rare are the Shaman King singles? Like how outfit them?
the more you get, like the higher the numbers are, the more rare they get.
Are they
basically.
are they quite rare just now, or are they just not really
Yes.
rare? Well,
They're
see the library. No, guys, I'm really annoyed. See the library near me. It has like I can't remember how many volumes. How many volumes is in Shaman King?
Like 32.
Oh, they do have 32. They have like 14 volumes, singles of Shaman King in the library near me, and it's killing me because I'm like, I just want to buy them off them. I'm seriously considering just asking them, saying up, can I pay you for these? Can I buy these off you?
Don't be the Death Note kid.
I'm joking. I'm not actually gonna do that. I wouldn't steal them.
That's the thing.
I want other people to.
Yes.
Yes.
Or Enos.
Stealing at a library.
Wait, what's the thing?
That's just funny.
Oh, so I said, yeah, I said this episode. I said this in, like the first episode or the second episode. So I was there, in the library. There was a few series I wanted to read, and I saw Death Note Volume 1, 2. They had the whole of Death Note, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, do you know, I'll read Volume 1, but first I'm gonna read something else. Then I finish it and go back to Death Note, and the first 3 volumes are gone. And I asked the librarian who's taking them out, and the librarian said nobody. They should be down. No, I can't really even remember the story now. So basically, somebody took Death Note, never brung it back. So I can't exactly remember what the story, because it was a while ago. I'd have to rewatch the first episode. But basically, they took the Death Note and never brought it back, and it's been months now. Maybe. So I've never got to.
Desperate for Death Note?
They stole it, and then I saw Death Note for a really good deal, the whole series, and I was like, okay, I'll come back with enough money. I come back and it's gone. The whole series it's just like this. It's something's haunting me.
Speaking of Death Note, I will say one of the very few overhyped series that like I could say like is justified the hype was Death Note for me. It's like freaking amazing, and what people were saying about it like was spot on with like the quality of it, because they're like, oh yeah, the second half it dips a little bit, but it's still like amazing or whatever. That's what I always heard about it, and like they were like spot on about it. That's the only series that I've like actually heard like being goated as like being amazing and stuff, and it's actually amazing.
That's
like-
One Piece for me.
Yeah, Death Note is like my favorite shonen of all time. So
Do you know? It might be my favorite, but you know, I probably won't know for a long time because it was stolen. I could have. No, I am sour about that. And I said this in the first episode. I don't know if I said it in the second episode, but if your person that stole those Death Note volumes is watching this, which I know they're not watching this, but I'm just saying it because I want to anyway. If you're watching this, I hope you know that I'm still sour and I want to read those. So if you could please return them so I can read them, then you can take them back again. I don't care. Just I want to read them.
Enos
Even
is
if-
just gonna hunt like the Death Note guy down now.
If you aren't him, just like comment that you are, just to like mess with him.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone in the comments that is up to this point, comment I am the Death Note guy. Just
No,
say that.
It annoys me so much. I literally went around that whole library with the librarian. We looked everywhere for those Death Note volumes because I kept going back and I kept going back and I was saying, is the Death Note here yet? And then she was like, no. And I was like, is Death Note here yet? And she was like, no. She just got so sick of it. She was like, I'm gonna help you find it because it should be over in the manga section. I'm like, it's not in the manga section. I pulled them all out and put them back and it's not there. So we looked everywhere and she said, well, maybe it's this other section, and it wasn't there. So somebody has stole those volumes. I bet you they're sitting there in somebody's windowsill getting all yellowed. I bet you they've spilt water all over them and
Actually, according to Florida Coast Manga, that's how you take care of your manga
Yeah.
volumes.
Yeah, you have to have them there, and you have to throw snow on them. Just wash them off.
Run
Make sure you get
over
them. Yeah, run over it. You don't know how to protect your manga, Nez.
well.
And also with the manga Unwrapped, he also said you have to like cut off the yellowing and stuff with that knife.
Oh yeah,
so-
right.
And he cut himself with a knife.
Oh yeah, behind the scenes info. He actually had to do that twice because if you notice, before he starts cutting it, he does
No
have a
plaster.
Band-Aid on his hand, and after it, he cut himself in the hand.
Yeah. Wait, you
That's
call?
a little inside information. He did cut himself.
How bad was the cut?
Oh, it wasn't that bad. From what you
Wait,
told me.
you call it a band-aid. We call it plasters. You put a plaster on your cut, not a band.
Blasters?
Yeah, plaster.
What? That's cool.
It is.
I
It's like
wish
what we
you
call
could-
like fake guns over here.
A plaster.
Yeah, a blaster.
No, plaster begins with a P.
Oh, plaster.
Blaster. Oh.
Like as in like plaster as.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought you were saying blaster too. Okay. That'd be sick. Just like, look at this blaster, bro.
Yeah, let me just
Like,
stick my SpongeBob blaster on. But no, SpongeBob plaster. I'm joking. No, it's not. No SpongeBob plasters.
did the
They're not cool enough.
SpongeBob work, bro? The SpongeBob work?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh my
the
God.
SpongeBob manga with all its its plot twists were so good. Let's not spoil it for the viewers.
I'm
Yeah.
just happy
No,
that I'm
no,
watching
just
manga
see
anime.
if you're hearing this, search up SpongeBob manga because it's definitely a real thing. It is 100% a real thing. Go search it up.
Just don't look at images, because like, you don't want to get the war arc spoiled for you.
Yeah, just search it up, and if it says it's not real, just don't listen to Google, okay? Go on Wikipedia, okay?
It's true in our hearts.
Yeah, just believe.
That's the one brain cell I've got left.
You know, now I want to make a SpongeBob manga, but I can't draw.
I want to make a manga, but I can't come up with any ideas or draw, or I don't have any paper or anything, or I just can't do any of it. But you know, I want to.
You know, I
Cool. If like we got all the manga tubers to like make one page of like the SpongeBob manga and make it like a whole one shot, that would be the best process.
That would be so cool.
that'd be sick.
I would be down for that.
Okay,
Yes.
nobody
I can't draw though.
Nobody steal our idea. That would actually be so cool if somebody did that. You got each manga tuber to create a page. You gave them like a little bit.
Storyboard of it.
Yeah, and then they had to draw it, and you just created one. That would be so cool.
Yeah,
In color if they want. If they don't
Okay,
have
I just
to.
want you-
Some pages will be black and white, some pages will be color.
Yeah, you heard it here first, people.
We
You
need
can,
to
like,
make this like an
self-publish it.
actual thing.
Yeah, we need to
Yes.
do this.
you can make like a Discord server and just like stick everybody in there.
Manga Tube Discord.
Yes.
Manga
Yeah.
Tube creates SpongeBob manga. Manga Tube gets
The
sued.
greatest manga ever.
Manga Tube gets sued.
I'm.
Manga. No.
It would be called Bunch Sub.
Four manga tubers go to jail for lifetime. Disney sues manga tubers.
And what would we do instead of buck teeth on top? It'd be buck teeth on the bottom, because then they can't copyright us. So.
And instead of like a square, he's just like a circle.
Yeah, he's that one episode where he becomes the rounded square.
Yeah, oh, that is creepy. That is in my nightmares.
Pet peeve here. Do you ever just think of a story idea and be like, wow, I wish I could make a manga, because that'd be a sick manga.
Yeah.
Like the SpongeBob manga.
Honestly, just write it down. That's what I do. Like, anytime I get an idea that sounds good, I just write it down. And eventually I'll come back to it.
Definitely not just writing down.
I had an idea once, I was like, I wanted to do it, that I actually was contemplating becoming a novelist, just so I can write it.
Oh,
I'm not going to.
I had this debate with somebody today. So they're writing they said they're writing a book or something. I don't know. They're quite creative. So I imagine they would be good. But they say to me, so the main character dies in the first quarter of the book. And I said, it's not main character then. It's sure if it's not main character if it dies at the first quarter. It's not main character.
I mean, it could still be.
It's not even actually. He didn't say quarter. He said at the start. He said like at the start of the book, the main character dies. If there's
if it's like a flash forward and then it's just like you see the future and then goes back to the past, then yeah.
No, just like.
Yeah.
He said the main. No, he said the main character dies at the start. It doesn't.
No, that's not a spoiler. They're saying Goku dies. He dies like multiple times. Who cares?
So, yeah. So he says it's a main character if it dies. This is the fairy tale guy as well. Fairy tale, you know.
Well, I mean, people die in fairy tale and they get resurrected like in the next 10 chapters. So I mean, it makes sense.
But he says no, but the character doesn't come back or anything. He says it just dies at the start and he doesn't come back. So that's not a main character.
In JJK, they were about to kill off Yuji in the first 20 chapters, and then just to keep him dead, but then the mangaka said, I don't know how I can continue the story without the main character, so I'm not killing him. So...
Okay, well...
Yo, killing SpongeBob in the first quarter of the manga?
Guys, that would actually be such a cool idea. That would be such a cool idea.
Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, in the description of this video, I am going to make a Discord server, and we're going to do the SpongeBob manga. I don't care if you're crappy at drawing. It's going to be great. It's going to be in the description.
I'll draw a page. I'll definitely draw a page.
But
all right.
what is the...
I'm so
we'd actually have to come up with a plot, but that would be so cool if we got a whole each manga tuber to make a page.
How big do we make it though? That's the real question.
Well, are you seriously considering
Are you seriously
considering that?
No, it's done.
Okay, don't spoil this anymore. Nobody steal our idea. We'll talk about this after because we don't want people to steal us idea.
we gotta talk about this very important thing.
Yeah.
If you steal us, we're suing you. I'm joking.
If they steal us,
us and our 34 subscribers are gonna sue you.
Yeah.
Do a podcast. Actually, thank you for that.
It's like what, 1,200 subscribers, 1,300, something like that.
I'm not sure. Well, I was talking about the podcast. The podcast has 34 subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, one I don't think you've said a pet peeve yet. Do you want to say one? Or give one of your pet peeves?
You?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did. I said fan service.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, were you actually serious about that one?
Yes, I'm definitely serious about it.
Okay.
So if I make the SpongeBob manga, there will be no fan service.
Yeah, if I draw a page, I'm gonna make mine the most subtle but not needed, somewhat fan service.
Now that I said that, someone's gonna draw like the most grotesque and disgusting page I've ever seen in my life. And like, I made a new page for you, teehee, and then I pick it up and I'm like, oh, like, this is crap. But
you just literally, and everybody signs the corner. That would be so funny. It'd be a lot of effort. I don't even know if we'd be able to do that, but it'd be a lot of effort. But I just literally said everybody's name in the corner to SpongeBob manga. No, that's.
But then someone had to draw the cover and stuff, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. It would be we wouldn't be serious. We'd just be like. It would obviously just be a joke if we did it. So it doesn't need to be good.
Serious in the story.
Yeah, but it wouldn't. It doesn't. The drawing doesn't need to be good because it would be a joke. I can't believe you are seriously considering this.
No, I'm not seriously considering it. It's done.
Wait, who was the one that brought that up? Who started that thought? Okay.
I started the SpongeBob manga earlier in this group chat, and now it's moved.
It's just,
No, but
it's growing.
who was the one that mentioned making it into a thing where everybody draws a page?
I think it was me.
There probably was one. I wouldn't be surprised.
I can't remember. We can watch back and see what we said because I can't remember what we said.
I'm gonna make a double-page spread
Yes.
of SpongeBob with this spatula fighting Squidward.
Okay.
So is Squidward the villain then? I'm writing this stuff down, by the way, so like whatever y'all say is going on.
Okay, everybody.
To make it like a Civil War, like Captain America Civil War, where it's SpongeBob and like the Krusty Krab gets divided and Squidward's on the opposite side.
I like this.
Well,
Squidward George Plankton.
this is turned from
SpongeBob's supposed to die a quarter in, so this is gonna be a little bit tough.
this is turned from pet peeves to just
Planning the SpongeBob.
Sponge Krusty Krab Civil War.
Yes. Dude, this is gonna be great.
Civil War Part 1.
You know what the best part about it is, though? About this manga? Is
What?
that we don't have to deal with our pet peeves.
Yeah, we don't. Sheesh. You're not wrong.
Okay.
Get
Well,
someone who can like print to the volume, and then we can just start selling the volume.
Yes, you can do like self-publication.
we're not. Yeah, I think we're taking ourselves a bit too seriously here.
No,
I would
no,
so
no.
want
This is
that
this is the
like
right
that.
seriousness we need.
I would
We need
so
to
keep
take
that.
it more seriously, to be honest.
Yeah, like what type of like paper are we using? We using like gloss paper?
Well, I don't.
The laminated paper.
Yes.
Are we talking about?
Good paper.
What are we talking about?
Fine paper.
SpongeBob manga paper.
Well, maybe we should, if we're even going to do it, we should probably think about digital
are.
first. Digital first.
Right.
Okay. Well, would you like to move on to another pet peeve and talk about this SpongeBob thing at a later date, so we don't give everything away, so people can't copy us?
Yeah, I guess I'll...
Although, to be fair, I don't think people really want to copy SpongeBob manga. You know.
No, please copy it.
You
We'll just
mean the
have a
bunch
bunch of,
job?
like-
The bunch job?
Yeah.
Yes, let's just have a bunch of like SpongeBob doujinshis, just like that's it.
You think that isn't already a thing? There definitely is a bunch of SpongeBob
Okay, guys.
things already.
When we return in 5 years, we'll have this SpongeBob manga ready for you.
Let's do it.
Hey.
Okay.
I'd be
Well.
so down. SpongeBob manga, bro. That's goated.
Okay.
Yo,
Well.
can we get Oda to like write the story?
We
If we
should.
got Oda, then that would be the most legendary manga of all time. It would surpass One Piece in a week.
Yes.
You think I'm kidding?
Anyway.
1 week of 200 million sales. Just that's it.
No, we're just like the new Shonen Jump. Although technically it wouldn't even be a manga because it's originally in English, but
Oh, speaking of that, that reminded me. Last year, Shonen Jump was doing like a create your own manga thing,
seriously.
and someone like posted like the Tails. I don't remember what it's called, but have y'all seen it where it's like Wile E. Coyote, like Tails, and like all these weird
Oh,
characters?
Tails gets trolled? Is it
Yes,
that?
Tails
No.
Control. Someone actually posted that and got like stupidly high in the rankings. Like
Well,
no cap.
Tokyo.
Tails gets trolled is actually no cap is actually really well written.
A long time ago,
It is.
Tokyo Pop used to do something like that. I can't remember, like the Rising Stars or something, Rising Star contest where you give like 12, 20, or 15 to 25 pages of your manga, and if you did win, you had a chance of getting it published. But they gave you really bad deals. They took 50% of your copyright, and then when they went down, they took your copyright with them, and it was really unfair for any people that were in it. But anyway, they did do that. That was a
Tokyo
thing.
Pop, we're doing this for free. Hit us up.
Tokyo
I mean,
Pop thing.
I'm down.
So am
I just need to draw this double page spread of
So am I.
Squidward's weapon be? Would it just be like a part of a cash register?
He just picks up the cash register.
No,
His clarinet, his clarinet,
Clarinets, yes, I
Like
forgot
his
he had a
clarinet, like
clarinet.
someone's like a griffin or something.
his clarinet. I actually play clarinet.
Squidward?
He just,
I didn't know he was here.
he just SpongeBob's got a spatula, Squidward's got his clarinet. Squidward blows into it, all the windows of the Krusty Krab smash.
You guys know the Naruto clash of Naruto and Sasuke with like their elbows?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just Sasuke, called SpongeBob Sasuke. Just SpongeBob and Squidward just doing that with the clarinet and a spatula instead of their elbows.
Well, should we move on to another? Would you want me to do another one of my pet peeves?
I know my next one.
It is moving away from the SpongeBob manga.
Well, we don't want to give too much of it away. If we tell them everything, they're going to be able to copy us completely. You know.
I know, I'm just poking you.
Guys, oh my god.
Oh, spoilers, bro.
I mean, we're going to have Shonen Jump knocking on our door soon. That's a joke.
Dude, we're gonna get more sales and go. What was it called? Time Ghost Paradox Writer. I don't know. Time Paradox Ghost Writer. That I think is it. I forgot the actual name for it for a second. Jeez.
That guy.
That thing.
Anyway, go ahead, Innes.
Actually, I don't feel like pet peeves are nearly as interesting as what we're chatting about. Actually, I just like we all said one pet peeve, and now we're just talking about SpongeBob manga.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to my boring pet peeves.
No, we need to hear this.
Should we all?
Make sure it
do you
doesn't
think?
go in the SpongeBob manga.
Yeah, do you think we should all do one more pet peeve, then see if we want to do any more? If not, we can just chat about whatever we want.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. What's my worst one other than spine bending? That just annoys me so much. Oh, see when you get like, so it doesn't. It's not like a scratch in the ink, but see when it's like a dent in the cover. It's like something scratched down it, but it's not taking the color away. It just like dented the cardboard.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you know, like if you put it in your bag and you take it out and it's just all dented. Oh, I can't. It happened with my Dragon Ball. It happened with my Dragon Ball 3-in-1. Although I don't care about that anymore because I read it and just realised it was a disgrace. So that's fine. But
Throw it in there with the fairy tale bonfire.
Yo, that'd be so funny. I want to see a bonfire only start with fairy tale.
we should have that in the SpongeBob manga. Just a little bit where they're around a fire and it's just got fairy tale in it.
Yes.
Fairy tale and dragon.
Dude, we have to have like a bonfire at the end of the SpongeBob War arc. And the bonfire, if you look closely, is getting just like head just fairy tale.
Wait, Jake, we should use
So,
Jake.
okay, hold on, I got an idea.
Wait, guys.
It's SpongeBob on a cross, and like he's being set on fire. And like the whole allegory is that SpongeBob is Jesus.
Jake, guys, if you go
Fairy tale of hell.
into the group chat, put us all in with Jake. Me and Jake, we were just chatting. You should read that. We could use that about
We
stuff.
literally went on for
Yeah.
like 10 lines about just straight stuff about SpongeBob
Yeah,
War.
SpongeBob got with Plankton's wife. Plankton died.
Dang.
Gary or Gary.
Gary, the SpongeBob snails
Ran away
with Sandy.
and became a hitman.
Yeah. And then Peppa Pig and Shrek showed up for the final fight.
Oh,
Hey, I need to read this.
okay.
This sounds like a goated manga. This sounds like a 10 out of 10 on Mao.
Yeah, just the new instead of top 3, just top 1. Big. It's no, not big 3. Not top 3, big 3.
It's the peak.
No more big 3, just big one.
Nothing can beat this.
It's just the peak.
We gotta post this on Mal after we're finished. That's a definite.
Yeah. And if any of you guys rate this as just a 1, you're just not subscribed to any of us.
What'd you say?
Like
really
show
a
up to your
one on
house and give you a fairy tale volume.
That's just like the ultimate.
I enjoy that.
Guys,
It's the best manga ever.
Do you know how you see in pirate movies where, like, if a pirate was given the piece of paper with a black dot on it, just the manga equivalent of your handed fairy tale, you just know you're gonna die.
Yeah, I'm already. Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, when I was talking about cover denting, that just annoys me so much. If you put it in your bag and you take your manga out and it's got dents in the covers, does that happen to you, or is it just me being careless?
No. It's especially the 3-in-1s, they'll do that.
Yeah. Oh, it's really bad. Okay, well, Inks, do you have?
got a second one?
Yeah, do you have a second pet peeve?
Yeah. Let me get my notes back out.
I wrote a whole list of pet peeves down, and I've got through 2, and we've been recording for 40 minutes.
The best part is we could go back and like grab the ideas that we were talking about.
No, don't jinx it. I'm seriously panicking right now that I've messed up the recording again, because I do it every single time. I tested it about a million times. I tested it about a million times, but I'm still worried.
Okay, so I guess I will like say like another pet peeve of mine, and that is when people complain about the ending. And okay, so like take like the Attack on Titan, like the Attack on Titan ending real quick. Alright, so when I first read it, was it the best one? No. Was it the worst? No, it was average. It was okay. But I think like the main thing that, I don't know, this really gets to me is the fact of you did have the fans who, after like just years of like just saying that AOT is like the greatest thing ever, only to say that it's complete shit just because of like one chapter. It's like, look, the ending may not be the best, but I would like this rather, you know, just let it sit for like maybe 6 months and then go back to it. And then, like, after giving it like a second read, then, you know, my, I guess, overhyped ending thoughts are like no longer there. So, this people complaining about like a new ending, I don't know if I like explained it like the best way.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like sometimes if somebody says something's like really bad and they keep telling you it's really, really bad, and you read it and if you hadn't heard them for ages saying it was really bad, you wouldn't have thought it was as bad. But since you heard that for so long, you just assume it's going to be bad, and like, do you know what I mean? You end up thinking it's worse than you actually would have thought if somebody hadn't been saying this to you.
Like, for example, like, this is off manga, but like on the SpongeBob, like, worst SpongeBob episodes of all time. They're like, oh, the SpongeBob episode where like Gary gets abused by SpongeBob with like the new pet or whatever. I don't know if y'all have seen that episode, but
Oh, I haven't.
everybody was like so up in arms about it being like the worst thing ever, and I watched it and I was like, I mean, it was fine, you know, it wasn't anything like as awful as they were saying it to be.
Have you seen that SpongeBob episode? I can't really remember much about it. I think it's where SpongeBob and Plankton switch around or something, or SpongeBob becomes like evil.
Yeah,
I can't remember much about it, but I just remember.
Evil SpongeBob? Wow, I need to catch up now.
Oh, and what's that one where it's like? What's the one where it's like Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza? You and me.
Yeah, buddy.
And then he's on the rock. And he's like, the pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
Yeah,
I love that episode. We should definitely add some of those things, like the rock and stuff inside.
no, just like Overgrown Manga Podcast plus Jake the Pog react to SpongeBob ?
Not clickbait.
SpongeBob.
No, not clickbait. Gone wrong.
Gone
Cops
wrong.
called.
Cops called. Got swatted. Dude, I
No,
wanna draw this
police
thing
were
so much more.
no, gone wrong. Police were called.
Beautiful.
Krusty Krab pizza is the
Pizza for you and me. We should have SpongeBob trying to deliver pizza, and then Squidward gets mad at him because he was not supposed to be pizza, it was supposed to be a Krabby Patty, and that's how the whole Civil War started.
No, like Squidward gets like the coordinates mixed up and sends them to Brazil.
Then SpongeBob just gets brutally murked, and then he comes back, and he's just like half destroyed, and he just starts beating Squidward.
Oh, I
You
remember.
start speaking Spanish.
I remember there was like an episode, a part of an episode where SpongeBob. This for some reason, whenever I think of SpongeBob, I think of this scene. SpongeBob got enchiladas, and he was sitting on his chair, and something like he touched his enchiladas and burnt himself or something. And he said something about enchiladas because he had enchiladas, and he microwaved his enchiladas. I did not know you could microwave enchiladas.
I don't think you can. Can you?
Let me tell you, like, the biggest big brain thing
Wait,
I've ever done in my life was figuring out that if you deep fry a tortilla, you get tortilla chips. Like, I literally called my parents. I called every friend I knew when I realized that tortilla chips come from tortillas. Like, I was like calling them like, Mom, you will not believe this. I just realized that tortillas come from tortilla chips, and they're the same thing. It's like it was at Walmart or something. Like they had like a tortilla chip maker, and it said use tortillas. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't know this.
Do you remember that episode?
This is what the government's been hiding from me.
Do you remember when that episode of SpongeBob where his house was destroyed and they were all rebuilding it? Oh, like, I think it was too much. I remember the one where Sandy was in hibernation and they went into Sandy's house, and then she was like all fat. Yeah, she was all fat. I can't remember. And they were like, she went because she was like really angry or crazy because she was asleep or something.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Are we gonna have Dirty Dan and the SpongeBob manga now?
Shoot.
Oh.
Ooh, we can do like Jujutsu Kaisen where like Dirty Dan's like his alter evil version.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
Yo, that would be sick.
Remember that episode? Oh, I can't remember how to explain it. There's so many episodes. Now that I think about it, I can remember a lot of episodes. Oh. No, I can't remember. I don't know how to explain it. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. Oh. No,
Oh
over
my God,
over
that's stuck in my head now. Stop.
the podcast gets a intro? Question mark.
Yes, it's just Krusty Krab pizza.
I think I remember the whole SpongeBob intro off by heart as well. I mean, anybody that watched SpongeBob does. Did you? Do you?
SpongeBob's just like.
I don't really remember.
How do you forget that?
Alright. So, anybody else got any more pet peeves before we start closing it down?
Well, I think you and Jake haven't done your second one, but you don't need to.
I've done one, but I can do another one.
Okay.
I'm not picky with my manga. Like, if the
I'm not
story's
super
good,
picky either, but-
like, as long as I got my like volume and I can read it, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I have one more that's more of like anime related, I guess. So not really
Okay.
manga.
well,
Let's hear it.
Okay. Well, alright,
Yeah, I'm
so
good, so
for
you-
me, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm good. You can go ahead.
Okay. So for me, it's like the whole sub versus dub thing.
yeah.
Like, I don't really understand what's the problem with like some people watching sub and some watching dub. It's like,
Yeah.
isn't it like the exact same show? Why are we complaining?
I just think,
Yeah.
as someone that loves voice acting, you know, I don't voice act myself, but I just love seeing the behind the scenes and just seeing voice acting. It's mainly because performances of voice actors, in my opinion. So I think some dubs are amazing, like Bakano, Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Brotherhood, but I think the subs just overall have better performances.
Yeah.
But there are very many amazing dubbers and very amazing dubs out there. But I usually just watch dub, but I also do watch some dub. So I don't
Yeah.
roast people for only watching dub. It's just sometimes
There are some
I-
like
Yeah.
very bad, like it's so bad it's good dubs.
yeah,
And it's just like it makes
Tough
me.
Code. Ghost
Yeah.
Stories.
Yes.
Ghost
Much
Stories
better
are
the first
legendary
time.
dub.
That's like the greatest stuff ever.
But like, probably me, like when I go to like Gurren Lagann and like ReZero, which are two like top 10 anime for me, I really love both of them. Like the sub the sub performances for like Kamina and like Subaru, and I compare them to the dub, it's just not as good to me. But I still like the dub somewhat. It's just I like the sub more 'cause the performance is better in my opinion. That's just
Yeah.
how I see it. But
Yeah.
a lot of people don't see it like that kind of perspective. They just go,
Yeah. For me, I gotta say the SpongeBob sub is like the best way to watch it. Anything else is like garbage.
Have you
Yeah.
actually
watch it
watched the
originally.
SpongeBob anime? Because that's an actual thing.
Yes, that's really good.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
That was an amazing episode. I just wanted
Yes.
to too. I really wanted to actually.
Okay, well,
Really.
well, I say my last, or not my last pet peeve, but like the biggest one out of the list I have.
Sure. Good.
When companies can't keep the same logo, not logo, like thing, like Shonen Jump. Have you seen the Promised Neverland spines?
Oh my goodness.
No, I haven't. At least
Do you know when do you know when one of it's like there's just one that's different?
Like one that's like the Viz logo's different.
Yeah, and with my One Punch Man, with One Punch Man, the logo. Let me just have a look at it. So for the first three, it's one logo. Then it changes on the fourth. Then for the next three, it's one logo. Then it changes on the one after that. Then it's another kind of logo. Then it's another. Why can't they just keep it as one logo? It annoys me so much. And I bought them all together.
all of this is just to annoy Enos.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just don't want us to be happy at all.
Do you know what? I bet you the person that did that, I bet you they were the one that stole Death Note volumes. Because this person is just in charge. This person's just like got the little puppets. They're just like in charge of everybody. Just trying to put the world's just against me.
If you're a One Piece fan, you know this. That it's just Doflamingo, just controlling everyone. If it's Doflamingo, bro, you're not getting that back.
Yeah. Just go and buy it.
You're dead. I'm sorry. Don Queeks Doflamingo. I can never say his first name, so I give up.
I don't even know his first name.
It's like Don Queeks or whatever. I can never say it.
It's weird.
It has like a Q and I don't know. I can't ever say it.
I'm not
bad
very
with pronunciation though, so
I'm not very far through One Piece.
it's amazing. I love One Piece.
It is.
When does it start to get good?
We're on chapter 600.
About chapter 800. Just to, you know.
Nah, I think One Piece is good from the start. It just gets better around Barate.
Yeah, once
my
you hit
opinion.
Arlong Park, it's where it gets like really good. I would say.
Arlong was like you said, it's like very, very good, but I think Barate is like where it gets pretty like starts getting better. But I think it's good from the start, in my opinion.
Huh.
But that's because like once you read it, like the rereadability of One Piece is great.
Yes.
I've reread it quite a bit. So that says anything.
Okay, well, do you have another pet peeve you'd like to go into, Jake?
Well, I do have some that I can talk about, like different heights in manga, like different companies using different heights.
Uh-huh.
I do like I do like verticals probably the most because even though they're the same size as Viz, I like having the more wideness because you can open it up better.
Yeah.
I think it works better for omnibuses, like the Flowers Beetle Perfect Editions. You can open it up all the way and it doesn't crease because it's a little bit wider. And stuff like that. I like that, but I don't like some companies just having like 30 different sizes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's really annoying.
I hate it when they're like, when I get from... Okay, so when I, do you know when I get like, one series like, I can't. I've got orange. So orange is like much shorter than all my other volumes, and it sticks out much more, and it annoys me so much. No, it doesn't stick out more. I'm thinking of the wrong series, but it's much shorter. But then I've got some series that are much taller and stick out more than all the other series, and it just really gets my nerves.
Yeah. And like 7Cs, their sizes are just way smaller than everyone else, and it's just like unbearable sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's who orange is by.
I wouldn't be surprised with 7Cs. Like 7Cs, I don't hate them. I kind of like the smaller volume sets sometimes. But like, when you go from like that small volume to a SIG, it's just so obviously different. And it just kind of hurts.
I've just checked. It is 7Cs.
Yeah. Like when you go to like Dark Horse did the Berserk singles in like 7C size, which I think is disrespectful because like since it's so small, you don't really get to see Berserk's art too well.
Mhm.
it's still great art. It's just not as good as what you would get for a deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Which, of course, because they're like literally like 4 times the size.
Mhm.
But like, I just don't like how it's like that sometimes. Even though they are like the size of Japanese volumes, it's just annoying to me. You know? But that's just me.
Mhm.
And I now organize my shelves by size because when I'm in my pet peeves video a while back, people are just mad at me because I was like complaining like a little kid, like why are they different sizes? I didn't mean no likey. And everyone's like, just organize it by size, yada yada yada. Make it easy for yourself.
That's what I've done. I've organised it by size, and I'm getting a new shelf soon. So I've not made my manga collection video because I'm waiting till I get a new shelf because I don't know. I just want to have a new shelf in the video. So I'm getting a nice big shelf because my novel collection takes up most of the shelf. The thing I've got, it takes up like 4 or 5 shelves.
Pog.
Let's go.
We take us.
Mega poggers.
That's very poggers, bro. Pog is pog.
But nothing says pog as the Peppa Pog manga.
Yeah, the Peppa Pog manga is gonna be so hype.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for it.
Peppa Pog manga. Yeah. I mean, I've read volume 1 of the Peppa Pog manga, but not volume 2. Volume 2 hasn't come out yet, so.
Yeah, sadly. Hopefully it comes out soon, though.
Yeah, they delayed it by like 2 months. But that was not Pog.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as Vinland Saga Volume 12. That thing got delayed like a year,
Wow.
if not more. So, at least it's that.
Hmm.
If it was that, I would have cried. I can't wait that long for Peppa Pog.
Yeah, Peppa
No
Pog.
joke. Like, I couldn't tell y'all were joking after you said Volume 1 was out, and then y'all are waiting on Volume 2. So, like, I looked it up. I actually
What you mean? What you mean? We're not joking. We're not joking. Peppa Pog is obviously a thing. Don't. Yeah. See if you watch this, make sure you search up SpongeBob manga and Peppa Pog because they will definitely show up.
Yeah, bro. Like, those are like 2 peak fictions. Like.
Actually, do you know what? Search. Don't search that up because I'm thinking dodgy stuff might come up if you search up Peppa Pog. It sounds a bit weird.
I'll look it up right now and see if dodgy stuff does come up. I'm not.
To me, that doesn't sound dodgy in the slightest.
No, but like.
You never know.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Let's.
Oh God. I gotta show y'all. This isn't gonna be in the video, but I'm gonna show y'all what popped up when I looked that up.
I wouldn't screen share to like after because it makes the call really glitchy. Oh wait, no, you're not screen sharing.
Look at that.
Well, I don't see it. It's wait.
Oh, it's just Peppa Pig. Or the butterfly.
Just.
What's so funny? I don't get it.
I was making it out to be that it was something awful, and it's just a picture of Peppa Pig.
Oh, okay. Well.
Nothing came up when I searched up Peppa Pog. So you can search up Peppa Pog. Just don't look at Peppa Pog and Rule 34.
Okay. One. Do you want to go into your last pet peeve and then we can wrap it up because we are now approaching an hour.
Moving along. No, I don't have anything else to say. I'm not picky, so.
Well, are you just ready? Would you just want to wrap up or anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up? Because we are pretty much at an hour now.
I think that's it for me. Is that everything for y'all?
That's good.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I have one thing to say. I just looked up. Don't look up Peppa Pog. Rule 34.
No, don't say that to them. They're gonna search that up now. Don't search it up. Okay. I forgot to say this, but the top link in.
Thank you, Jake the Pog, for doing the work no one else wants to do.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
yeah.
a true hero.
I just want to say a few things.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying there, Inks? You cut out. What were you saying?
True American hero.
You just had like a big cutout there. What were you saying?
No, that's what she said.
Oh, okay.
I try. I'm the Captain America of the new generation.
Yes.
Well, Jake's channel will be like the top link in the description. I'm sure you've all seen it because you will definitely all have seen it. But just in case, I'll put it the top link in the description. Then me, Inks, and One's channels will be underneath the description of the video. So below.
Yep.
And if you're
Jake's...
a manga tuber and are interested in the SpongeBob manga thing, I will put a Discord link to the project in the description down below
Yeah,
as well.
actually, yeah, that'll probably be under Jake's. I'll probably put that above our channels if that's okay. So, yeah, like it'll go
Put it
Jake's.
above Jake's.
Yeah, put it above mine. I'm being honest here.
Okay then,
I think that's more. That's more
that
important than
Jake's and I'll be our channels.
I'll be
Okay.
very honest.
Well, if that's it, then do you want to wrap it up? One.
Yep.
If you.
Thank you for watching my beautiful, beautiful chimp champs. You're a chimp champ if you're watching this. Hopefully you have a fantastic day. Go check out all those channels, links, descriptions, all that crap down and below. Talk to you later. If you have some controversial opinion, put it in the comments. I will reply and tell you why you're wrong. And with that, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.